My name is Marie Lynn, and I tell people unbelievable stories. And I hope to entertain you, even though to me, everything I say is entirely true. I only use real world events, real dates, real titles, real art, real ideas, and real people to interpret a story. I swear, all I do is read the messages and love notes left behind by our ancestors. I'm perfectly fine believing that an artist puts meaning into their work. So I look for that meaning. I believe people when they say they like or love someone. When a title from the past perfectly reflects a modern concept without requiring time travel, I care and I look into it. That's all I do. I follow breadcrumbs. I hope that people see my content and simply enjoy it for what it is, a museum of coincidences. They don't have to believe anything. They don't have to be or live the things I tell them. I just want them to gather knowledge here and there until something eventually clicks in their mind. But that takes time to ponder. Some people complain that my content makes them think too much, but at the same time, they find fun discoveries along the way. That's because I am guiding people toward the philosophy of the cherub, the wall of culture, entertainers as shepherds. This cherub energy exists in the entertainer class, the last caste on earth. They form a cultural wall around free people. Within this society, people freely choose which shepherds they will follow. Of course, there are black sheep among us, and we accept them into the flock. But the real danger comes from werewolves in sheep's clothing, those with bad intentions who excel at blending in. These are the ones who start eating the wool off our backs. And then there is the sheepdog. The problem? The sheep see the sheepdog and assume it is the wolf. They've never seen a real wolf before, yet they interact daily with werewolves dressed as sheep. What they fear is the wolf, but what they blame is the sheepdog. All day the sheepdog works while the sheep look at it and cry, "Satan, this is Satan." And what's beautiful about this is not just how wrong they are, but how little they actually know about demons. They've reduced all evil to a single entity, a lone villain to blame for everything. Meanwhile, the sheepdog's only goal is to get them to turn around and pay attention to the shepherd. This works as a metaphor for Christ. We're supposed to turn back to our shepherd and stop obsessing over the dog. The dog is just trying to keep us safe. The greatest trick, fiction as controlled disclosure. All the people forming this wall of entertainment around us, what do? They give us things to ponder. They offer. And I don't make up these stories. They're unbelievable because reality is an encryption system. Since I'm giving you unbelievable stories, why not leave them as unbelievable? After a while, you'll notice patterns. Then you'll notice yourself in the things that you love, because we are all experts in the things we love. And all the things we love, they are very well crafted disclosures. Every piece of media has 5 or more layers of information buried inside. The people embedding these ideas are astoundingly brilliant. But they've also been doing this for 4,500 years. Every time someone invents a new way to stash love notes into the cracks of Rome, everybody else follows the pattern. We have entered the meta season of reality. At this point, reality itself is at the stage in a TV show where the TV show makes a TV show about itself. First, the world was just a story. Then suddenly, people knew they were inside a story. And now, the whole show is about making the show. We are in season 248 of the United States. and the writers are desperate. The plot makes no sense. Half the cast has been recast, and the main character from season 1 just made a surprise cameo from Exile. You think this is scripted? Buddy, we're deep in the filler arc and the budget's running out. The supposed fiction of the 20th century I've explained before how popular culture is controlled disclosure. You can see it in Star Trek, the future, Star Wars, the past, and Three's Company, the concept of lying. Supposed fiction is actually based on truth. Ironically, Law and Order is the only TV show that is straightforward about it. And the greatest trick of the 20th century, making people suspend their disbelief while watching fiction so that they absorb real concepts without resistance. When disbelief is suspended, new ideas slip through. Programming the audience, not the television. So, is TV programming actually programming people? By making them think they're watching fiction, when in reality it is all true? What do you think?